Hey everyone, welcome back. I am delivering this very quick message for you guys. I've got an action-packed day that I've got to dive into, but I felt like I really wanted to deliver this particular message to you because I think it's just a great reminder for all of us. So I want you, everybody tuning in, drop me a comment, let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. I'd love for you to play along at home as per usual, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's being shared and your experiences that you are called to share with all of us on this topic. But basically, this is going to be a good one for all of you guys who are kind of questioning maybe the treatment that you're receiving from your external world. What do I mean by that? I mean, how are the people closest to you and strangers on all different spectrums, how are they treating you right now? Because so many of us can get caught up in this I can't believe they treat me like this or whatever. And we feel kind of victimized and we feel, mistreated, and, there's probably good call for that. But all of these messages, everything that I ever want to instill and impart with each and every one of you is always in connection to self-empowerment. So what does that mean? It means that we take 100% responsibility for what is going on in our worlds. And by doing so, what actually happens is we open ourselves up to feeling truly empowered, like we're in the driver's seat of everything in our life. And today's topic is going to be honing in particular onto how we are being treated by our external world. So I'd love for you guys to drop a comment and let me know, are you having troubles in this area right now? Right? Are there people in your life who aren't treating you in the way that you would like them to be treating you? And I'd like you to be also clear on, how it is. You don't have to share this necessarily. I mean, it'd be great if you feel called to, but being clear within yourself for your own growth right now as to how do you want it to be different. Okay, so this is going to be the starting point. So today's particular message that I really, really want to dive into and share with you guys is basically that we can use the treatment that we receive from our external world to really reflect upon our own personal growth, right? It's really putting a highlight on where we personally ultimately need to grow. So, nearly shut you guys down. Now, we're here. So, what does this mean to you? All right. So looking at if you can use the treatment of how other people are, what you're receiving from people in your external world, look at how does your partner, your intimate partner treat you? How did the family members treat you? How do your friends treat you? What is the general treatment that you receive from strangers, from, people who are maybe clients, people who maybe from your boss, right? Whoever you're interacting with, what is the theme of that treatment? And it might vary depending on the different people, but here's what I want you to do with it. The clearer you can be on this quality of treatment, what happens is it actually reflects to you the growth work that you need as an individual. Remember, it's all about putting you in the driver's seat. It's all about self-empowerment. So each of us could complain all day long about the treatment that we don't like coming from any external sources that I've mentioned or others. But basically what we want to do, we want to step out of being the victim and we want to become the creator of our own lives. And so what we do, the only way to shift from being a victim to becoming the creator is to take 100% responsibility for everything, for your whole experience, and to know that we as individuals train others how to treat us. Whether we do that consciously or we do it unconsciously, it is happening all of the time. Most of us are not doing that consciously, right? Most of us are very unconscious to how we're training other people how to treat us, and therefore we're receiving results that we wouldn't have consciously chosen for ourselves. So I'm going to use myself as an example here as per usual. And a common theme that I find in my own life over time, and sometimes it rears its head again and it gets me to kind of reflect again, is basically when I'm feeling like people can take advantage of my time or my energy or something like that, right? And that statement just there is a very victim mindset, right? It's a very much like a, oh, my time, or, sometimes I'm feeling taken advantage of or undervalued or something. And when I feel like that, that's not a good feeling, right? And I choose not to be a victim in my life. I choose not to complain or judge others. I choose to go, whoa, awesome. Right now, I've got this big mirror and I'm the one staring back at myself in this regard. So how is it that how am I undervaluing myself, undervaluing my own time? How am I subordinating to others? How am I, how am I creating this circumstance right now? And what I can see is that one of the patterns that leads me into receiving this kind of treatment from my external world is that I can oftentimes be too other referencing, right? I'm referencing the outside world, I'm gauging what they want, and also too indirect about what my truth is, and assuming that other people will pick up on the social contracts and just innately know how to respect my time, how to respect what's also good for me, and all of those things, right? And so I'm projecting my experience onto the world, and it's no wonder that I am going to fall victim to treatment that I wouldn't like, but I choose not to stay in that victim mentality. I choose to go, you know what? However, whatever treatment I'm receiving in my external world is a reflection of what people feel like that's the right way to treat me, either because I'm treating myself in that way, or I'm just setting myself up in without boundaries, without really expressing directly what's true for me or right for me. And so they're left to their own devices, and nobody is a mind reader, and everybody is an individual living their own life, trying to meet their own values, struggling with their own challenges. They're not in the position to just fully encompass and try and figure out what's going on for some other individual, right? So we're all living our own subjective experience. And so part of that is realizing that and then going, okay, if I continue to operate in the exact way that I am right now, this is the result that I receive. Continue doing what I'm doing, get this result. So instead of going, well, I need to tell them what a bad person they are and they need to do this and, oh, I hate this person, I'm going to go complain to a bunch of different people about this, right? Instead of doing that, I put myself in the driver's seat. I go, okay, this is a reflection on what I'm choosing to do in my life, consciously or unconsciously. So let me look at that. Let me then clarify, what is it that I would ultimately want, right? What is the treatment that I would love to receive from these particular people? Start with these particular people and then work your way out, right? And that might be, oh, okay, I'd love for them to respect my time, to honor my truth, all those sorts of things. I'd like to feel in an equal connection with these people where there's a fair value exchange going on, whatever it might be, right? That's just a working example. And then I got to go, okay, well, that's the end result. That's where I want to get to on the map. I've already identified I'm here on the map. I'm in a place I don't want to be. I'm getting treated in a way I don't want to receive. Here's on the map where I actually want that treatment to be. Now I have to take it upon myself to close that gap. So what could I be doing differently from what I'm doing now to get the result of what I'd actually want? Okay, for me, that's definitely being more direct, right? And sometimes, and working on the fear that makes me feel like I need to be indirect, right? You know, those fears of, okay, that might be, I don't want to, hurt somebody, for instance, or I don't want somebody to feel like I'm just in it to get something, right? They're a couple of probably mine. And basically that would be my pathway for growth to close the gap between where I am in treatment and where I want to be in that treatment, right? And so then I go, okay, this is my thing, not their thing, right? Nobody's a mind reader, right? It's about what opportunity for growth do I have for myself right now by identifying with clarity what's holding me back from taking the steps in the direction to the treatment that I would want, right? So what's the basis of this? Number one, recognize and realize what it is that you don't want, right? Where are you on the map? Number two, identify and clarify what it is that you actually want. How will you know when you're successful? How will you know when you've got that fulfillment in alignment, right? And then number three is, okay, what are the obstacles that have been preventing me from having that kind of treatment? Okay, it's this. Okay, well, what is behind those things? Why haven't I been doing those things? What maybe terrifies me about doing those things? Those are my limiting beliefs. Those are my fears. That's my growth path. And now I've got to put it into action, right? I've got to break through my own limiting beliefs, and I've got to start taking meaningful actions that will move me in the direction of the treatment that I want, all right? And basically, this is a recipe to make any change that you want in your life. Identifying where you are on the map, identifying where you want to be, identifying what's preventing you from being in that place, and then identifying the pathway of growth to take action to get rid of your limiting beliefs and any limitations and start moving the needle forward to what you actually want with consciousness and courage and commitment and consistency in that direction. All right, so I just wanted to use that little working example, particularly because I know it's just part of the human experience to go, hey, I don't like that sort of treatment. Why is everybody around me tending to treat me this way? And then to, instead of playing the victim, step into the creator position with this little way of looking at things. All right, so I hope that serves you, is of value. I've got 3 minutes. I really want to check in with you guys. I hope you guys have been amazingly well. Just to give you a heads up, I know a lot of you have noticed I haven't been as active on social media recently. And just as a quick reasons why, I'm currently studying 4 different courses and doing some very deep, you guys know I use myself as the human guinea pig of all things personal development. I'm going through some very deep, heavy work. All for the purposes of getting to the other side with higher levels of value that I can contribute to each and every one of you guys in a really meaningful way. So it's all for you guys and, for myself first and foremost, and then to contribute to you guys. So bear with me. I'm going to be ticking into more of these messages, but that's just where I've been. But let me check in. I've got Nelson in the house, and Rana, and Nas, and Arun, and Rana, hello to you, and Craig's here, and hi Nas, and Robert's here, and Steve, and Lewis, and Craig. Thank you so much for those kind, beautiful words, my friend. Always a pleasure. And Ram, hello, and Michael and Jessa and Bill, much love to you, and Hugo and Jerry and Craig. Stop giving others the keys to your life. That is how you stop being treated in a way that you don't want to be treated. Abso-freaking-lutely. So well put, Craig. And that's the exact point of, not being a victim who's just given away your power to becoming the creator, holding on to your power and taking 100% responsibility to direct your own life. Absolutely. So love that, Craig. And Jerry, hello to you. Always good to see you, my friend. And Craig, I have all the time in the universe for someone as beautiful and amazing and inspiring as you. Thank you so much, my friend. Very much heartfelt. So appreciate your kindness shared here. And Coco's here as well. And Simon's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Take it in, evaluate, look within and shine. Be the best you can be. And if it isn't healthy for you, move. There is no room for the victim. Healthy choices lead to healthy relationships with self and others. Oh, so much wisdom, so much value. I love what you've just shared. Thank you so much for always contributing to these conversations, Simon. I love that. Totally back it 100%. And Deep is here as well, and BJ and Craig. Make sure you love and respect yourself first, because that's how you teach people how to treat you. So spot on, my friend. Absolutely. And Tapafasi is here as well, and Din and Charles and Craig. Give to receive. People will treat you how you treat them. Absolutely. And Alexis here, and Marissa and Alexander and Christian. Good to see you too, my friend. Hope you're doing amazingly well. And Samuel, consistency is key. Beautiful human, great words. Oh, thank you, my friend. So appreciate that. And love it. Yes, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. I appreciate that, Craig. Thank you. And RS is here, and Jerry, be proud and authentic. You can only be yourself and kind, and let go of the rest. I love that, Jerry. Yes, absolutely. Take 100% responsibility for how you choose to show up in this world and back yourself. I love that, Jerry. And Craig, you have lifetime subscription to my kindness. Oh, that's very, very kind of you. So appreciated. And Stephen here is here, and RS, hello to you. So I hope this message has been valuable to each and every one of you guys. I do have to run. It was just a quick one to squeeze in before I have to get on a call right now. But so much love for each and every one of you guys. And as always, my reminder is to live authentically, love deeply, and contribute meaningfully and purposefully. And so much love and gratitude for each of you for showing up today. All right, see you next time.